The greatest thinkers of all time, the greatest philosophers, writers, and poets have all stood in awe at the great concept that your life is what your thoughts make it. Harness the power of your mind over your body to unleash your limitless potential. The transformation of your dominant thoughts into your destiny begins with your mind's capacity to command health and extraordinary physical performance from your body. You have unlimited potential to determine your health and physical performance, as well as the circumstances, conditions, and trajectory of your life. We are touching on the emerging field of biocentrism. In the words of my colleague Dr. Robert Lanza, consciousness conceives, governs, and becomes your physical world. It all begins with your mind's capacity to command health and extraordinary physical performance from your body. Banish all doubt, embrace your power, unleash your life force, determine, shape, direct, and intensify the content of your dominant thoughts. You can achieve anything. Your heart and your brain both produce electromagnetic energy fields that are closely interrelated. Your heart's energy field is 5,000 times stronger than that of your brain and exerts an enormous influence within you, powerfully impacts those around you, and shapes the universe in ways we are only beginning to understand. Positive emotions give rise to coherent heart rhythms, strengthening the heart's energy field, which in turn releases more positive emotion. This cycle of reinforcement grows your power and the positive expression of your most genuine self, for yourself, for others, and throughout the universe. In addition to your electrical energy, pressure waves from the pumping of your blood transmit additional biomechanical information to every cell of your body. When these pressure waves are smooth and undulating and coherent, they combine with your heart's electrical energy as a global synchronizing signal for your entire body. Negative emotions, such as frustration, produce erratic and incoherent rhythms, whereas positive emotions produce smooth and orderly energy pulsations. The change can be instantaneous when your thoughts switch from negative to positive. Like your brain, your heart possesses an independent system of neurons that have both long and short-term memory. Your dominant traits are actually embedded in the nervous system of your heart. Who you are arises as much from your heart as from your brain. Any negative feeling or emotion held even for a moment is working against you, and everything counts. Be the guardian of your mind. Carefully monitor, filter, and construct your dominant thoughts. Flood your consciousness with positive energy. Be filled with love, joy, gratitude, and positive expectation. Allow only positive emotions to live and resonate inside of you. Radiate your most positive and authentic self at all times. Consider how the power of your beliefs determines your health and physical performance. The following study demonstrates how those who feel younger than their actual age live longer. Somehow that feeling, that belief, is sufficient to block disease, recruiting health, and summoning life from all the cells and systems within you in a way that prolongs life. Older people who feel younger live longer. Over 6,000 subjects, average age 66, were followed for 8 years. Mortality, or death, was 25% for those who felt older than their actual age, 19% for those who felt their actual age, and only 14% for those who felt younger than their actual age. Overall, the risk of death was 41% higher for those who felt older versus those who felt younger. Your dominant thoughts, your beliefs, powerfully influence your body, determining much of your health and physical performance. Here's an example to the contrary. The following study demonstrates how negative emotional experiences can shorten your life. Negative emotions alone can cause coronary artery disease, resulting in fatal heart attacks. Over 15,000 adults aged 45 to 80 were followed for 18 years. Women who had one divorce had 25% more heart attacks, while women who had divorced multiple times had a 77% higher risk of a heart attack. Men who had divorced twice had 30% higher risk. Now consider a second example of the incredible power of your mind over your body. Modern medicine recognizes the broken heart syndrome. This is where an intense emotional experience, such as stress or anger, impacts the heart so powerfully that catastrophic heart failure suddenly occurs. The nervous input from the brain and spinal cord to the heart is so dense and so powerful that intense negative emotions, such as stress or pain, can cause the main pumping chambers of the heart to suddenly balloon outward, losing adequate function. Here we see the main pumping chamber, the left ventricle, shown in red, having ballooned outwards with dramatic loss of function, a condition that mimics a heart attack. The dilated shape of the heart resembles a takotsubo, or Japanese octopus trap. The heart usually recovers from takotsubos, however the event can be so intense that death sometimes occurs. Now consider a third example of the incredible power of your mind over your body. The medical field of organ transplantation has taught us how much of your identity, your personhood, is actually contained in your heart and other vital organs, entirely independent from your brain or mind. Heart transplant is performed when an eligible patient's heart is irreversibly damaged and a compatible donor heart becomes available, often when a young and healthy person is suddenly and tragically killed. The donor's heart is used to replace the damaged heart of the recipient, allowing the recipient to recover and pursue a normal life. The following story illustrates how your heart contains your identity, your personhood, and your very essence. At age 47, a woman named Claire Sylvia received a heart and lung transplant from an 18-year-old boy killed in a motorcycle accident. She awoke from the operation craving beer and hungry for Snickers bars and Kentucky Fried Chicken, which had never interested her before. She felt more aggressive and assertive, tougher, fitter, and more confident. She was suddenly more manly. She stopped having colds and no longer felt the need for a boyfriend. In a dream, the donor gave her his name and they planned never to be separated. Sylvia looked up Tim Lamorin's parents and confirmed that his most defining traits had been transferred to her when she received his heart and lungs. Similarly, Kevin Mashford received the heart of a man who died in a cycling accident. He has since discovered a passion for cycling. Bill Wall, a business executive, received a heart from Brady Michaels, a Hollywood stuntman who died in a freak accident. Wall went on to become a competitive athlete, winning numerous medals. Your dominant traits are imprinted in the very fibers of your heart. Flood your entire being with positive expectation. Allow your heart and vital organs to soak up your most positive, most genuine self, your energy and your very essence that is bright, clear, strong, and positive. Allow these traits to become deeply ingrained into your tissues, and these qualities will resonate within you and out from you with every beat of your heart, summoning life from your body, shaping the experience of those around you, and directing the universe to bring goodness to you. Now consider a fourth example of the incredible power of your mind over your body, the placebo effect. The placebo effect demonstrates how your beliefs may transform your body, even expelling diseases considered to be incurable through the power of belief and positive, unwavering expectation. The placebo effect is a remarkable phenomenon in which a fake treatment, such as sugar or distilled water, can sometimes dramatically improve a patient's condition simply because the person has the expectation. In a remarkable case that is well documented, a patient with end-stage cancer and multiple tumors was fighting for his life in hospital. All treatments thus far had failed. The patient then received a new anti-cancer drug called Krebizin, and he was confident that this would cure him. 10 days later, his tumors had shrunk by half, and he was discharged from hospital. Other patients who received Krebizin showed no improvement, and the medication is no longer in use. In another example, 12 patients with Parkinson's disease were told that 2 new drugs were available. One cost $100 and the other cost $1,500 per dose. Half of the patients believed they had received the $100 drug, and the other half believed they received the $1,500 drug. In fact, all patients were actually given an identical injection of a plain saline solution. The patients who believed they had received the expensive medication showed a 2-fold improvement compared to those who had received the cheap one. The placebo effect is scientific proof that we can heal ourselves. In fact, it is estimated that 1/3 of the benefit of any medical treatment, including surgery, is due to the belief that the treatment will work. The power of our thoughts can transform our bodies. Now consider a fifth example of the incredible power of your mind over your body: psychological conditioning. With psychological conditioning, we can develop simple signals for ourselves that we can use at any time to produce immediate, powerful changes in our physiology, giving us instant access to any level of physical performance at any time we want. Most of us are familiar with Ivan Pavlov and his famous dog experiments, for which he won the Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine in 1904. Dr. Pavlov associated the ringing of a bell with food until bell ringing alone was enough to make his famous dogs drool. A simple bell was enough to trigger an unconscious, involuntary, and potent reaction from the dogs. The results are simple and profound. We can develop any number of simple signals, such as clapping hands, rubbing your elbow, or looking upwards, that trigger desired physical states such as excitement, courage, motivation, or deep relaxation. We simply perform the signal to experience the desired physical effect. The greatest men and women alive today and throughout history have used this technique to achieve and succeed, and so can you. Your dominant thoughts of love, gratitude, inspiration, compassion, forgiveness, and awe will summon your life force, bringing health, longevity, and peak performance for the fulfillment of your destiny. Monitor and protect your emotional states. Negative emotions can literally kill you, whereas positive emotions are benefiting your heart and your health in ways that we are only beginning to appreciate. Take full advantage now. Keep only positive relationships close to you. Hold only positive expectations for your life. Allow only positive emotions to occupy your mind. Learn not to internalize negative thoughts and feelings. Don't let them in. Learn to recognize when negative thoughts and feelings are growing inside you. Release them. Refuse to feel a negative feeling. Refuse to think a negative thought. You will be healthier and you will live longer. Our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us.